On the episode Sky Bandits over Hazzard, the Dukes pull off what could be the funniest goof of the entire series.
Hope the General Lee's in one piece. Shoot. It's okay.
Now they check the General for damage? Now, after one little bump? After all the crazy jumps since season 1, and now they check for damage? You know, this is one case when being real actually becomes a goof.
Shame, shame.
Well, nobody's perfect.
On the episode, Cool Hands, Luke and Bo. Now honestly, this is the exact kind of comedy that I watched the Dukes for, but I guarantee you that was not Boss Hogg actor Sorrell Booke. If you look closely, you can see a string pulling Boss into the air too. Fun fact, this episode features Fresh Prince of Bel-Air's Uncle Phil actor, James Avery.
Nobody ever comes out of even one day of solitary quite the way they went in.
Have to ask you all this, is it just me or do y'all hate the prison episodes that every action series seems obligated to do? Just about every action series I can think of has the episode where the hero is sent to prison. And that's one storyline I just got tired of, to be honest. What do y'all think? On the episode Danger on the Hazzard Express, 2 different styles of steering wheels are shown in the same car in the close-up shots of the remote-controlled car's dashboard at the beginning of the episode. One looks like a real car outside and the other one looks like the inside of a studio. Later, the bad guys put a remote-control device on a General Lee. Looking real closely, though, you can see the driver's head sticking out. When Bo comes running, he's gone. You know, they used the same method to drive Knight Rider around without a person in it. Well, I mean, you were supposed to think that there wasn't a person in it, but there really was a person in it. Oh, you know what I mean. Now, Bo has no control over the General as it heads for a toy train. The road appears to be rather level, and suddenly the model of the General miraculously finds a big enough bump to make him airborne. Gotta love Hollywood magic. In the episode Lulu's Gone Away, Rosco is following right behind the General Lee, driven by Lulu Hogg, his sister. The Dukes make a jump with Rosco right behind, taking the same leap, but where did the General go? As Rosco's car flies through the air, the General is long gone. Obviously, they jumped the cars at different points in time to avoid making it any more dangerous than it had to be. In this scene, Rosco crashes his car into a tall thicket of shrubs, but when Rosco gets out of his car, you can tell it's parked away from the shrubs, probably not even the same vehicle. Next, here's one from the episode The Boss Behind Bars.
Now I know how them Dukes feel.
Sometimes, signs of the film crew just naturally sneak into the picture. In this scene, you can see on the General Lee the reflection of the man holding the mic for Tom Wopat and John Schneider. Towards the top of the frame, you can actually see the pole the mic's on. When you were a kid watching the Dukes, did you ever notice the difference between the studio shots of the inside of the cars and the real car footage? In this one, it looks like Bo and Luke changed places, and Bo might be a stunt driver. I'm not sure. My parents always took the opportunity to point out to me whenever it looked like there was a film behind the actors during driving scenes. I thought it was neat, though, like figuring out the secrets to a magic trick. From the episode Twin Trouble. You know, one rule that you can always count on is that any car going over a hill on any TV show or movie in the 70s or 80s must explode. You know, I saw this exact explosion on the $6 Million Man, but from a different angle. Well, half of it was from a different angle. On the episode High Flying Dukes, I'm a little disillusioned to see James Best use a stuntman in this scene. Oh, you dumb dipshit. You want me to get a pulled muscle or something? I'm kidding. This action scene from that episode gives you a textbook example of how the Dukes handled stunt scenes. You have the stuntman doing the action for real, followed by a cut to an inside studio shot where the actors would get their close-ups. On a trivia note, one of the bad guys was played by Stephen Williams, who would go on to star with Johnny Depp on 21 Jump Street and as Mr. X on The X-Files. On the episode Play It Again, Luke. Say, was that really Uncle Jessie, or did someone sneak in a clip from the Shaggy DA? You remember the Shaggy Dog movie from 1976? Only I don't think Denver Pyle was on that one. Yeah, I know I'm getting old when I feel obligated to explain all my jokes. Interesting. From the inside view, the entire world outside looks like a white sheet. On the episode Close Call for Daisy, Rosco jumps into a truck loaded with empty boxes. Kind of strange, a truck carrying a load of empty boxes, don't you think? On the episode The Dukes in Hollywood, on this season we see a lot of miniature cars used for stunts, but they used a real car here for this stunt. Now if you look carefully you can see that the stuntman is wearing a crash helmet, and Bo did not have time to put on a helmet. The episode Strange Visitor to Hazzard is probably the strangest episode the Dukes ever did. It actually goes into sci-fi territory with an alien from space. And this is another common storyline that used to happen at least once every series. But you know, I never got tired of these alien episodes. Now, this isn't the best alien UFO episode I've ever seen like that, but at least they were trying to do something different on the Dukes this time around. Do y'all remember the Chips UFO episode, or maybe the MacGyver one?
I'm sure it's just another Greenland developer.
Now, the goof in this one, besides the alien's costume possibly, is when Daisy disappears as the general turns, and it's clearly not Tom Wopat driving anymore. Well, now let's talk about the miniatures they used on the last season.
Why would we do such a stupid thing as that?
Well, I'll tell you.
I think one of the reasons that we Dukes fans kind of look down on it is because we'd gotten so used to seeing real car jumps that it was harder for them to sneak in toy models like most action shows were using at the time. You know, like Knight Rider, Fall Guy. Usually no one relied only on models alone, but it was considered state of the art at the time. I mean, models were the only way to pull off massive special effects back in the day, and were used by huge blockbuster movies like Superman and Star Wars. So it wasn't that big a stretch that they wanted to try them out, but after years of watching real stunts, the models stuck out like sore thumbs sometimes.
Oh, Flash, this is embarrassing.
The toy cars landed like light toys, not like real cars whose massive weight could be seen crushing down the vehicles upon impact. Could be that the ones used on the Dukes might not have been of the greatest quality, say as some of the big blockbuster movies. Using models, I'm sure, takes using the right edits and camera angles to get it right, and sometimes I think the models they used on the show fit the scenes decent enough, and other times maybe not so much. Check out my earlier Dukes Goose videos for a look at the other seasons, and if you like funny cartoons and like new parodies mixed with old Saturday morning memories. Barry, did you see what I saw? What I think I seen? Nah, couldn't be. Check out my Freddy Cat Cartoons channel. I really appreciate it.
Honk smash.
Let's see here now. Unlicensed smashing. That's gonna cost you. Hope you all enjoyed this trip down memory lane. Thanks for watching, subscribing, commenting, and liking my videos. It means a lot to me and to the success of this channel. Thanks again, and y'all have a great day.
I can't hardly believe that really happened.